Oh no, it might be broken. I have the blue hoop of doom. Game, please. No, I'm gonna wait for it. It'll respond. It will respond. Well, this is a terrible start, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, Hearts of Iron 4 by Paradox. Jesus. Well, that's very rare that happens. Once you get the blue hoop of doom, it's usually all downhill from there. Right, we were playing as China. Did alright as China as well. I thought, initially, in our China game, I had properly fucked it. But I'd not. We got hey Dreambus, how are you? We got we got attacked from the bottom here. Whoa, what game? Now the reason I have a fallback line here, and the reason why I have Yangtze click troops in my land, is because this was the extent of the Japanese offensive in the south. And Yangtze clique, whatever they are, they took back, I should start at the beginning. The beginning is a very good place to start. Now, right at the beginning, I started a little faction up on my own called the Chinese thingy jobber, Chinese United Front. Yeah, Chinese United Front. And I thought, right, all my little dudes are gonna get in with me on the Chinese United Front and would fight the Japanese together. But we didn't, because they fucked off and made their own Chinese United Front. So there's two Chinese United Fronts, and we were left. Fair enough, the Japanese were fighting both United Fronts, but we were left to fight the Japanese on our own with no help from anyone else. So we did it hardcore. We beat the Japanese hardcore on our own. Fuck everyone else. Did it on our own. And the way we did that was, you can see the remnants. Should be able to see the remnants of our own little Maginot line that we put up. And yeah, we slowly kind of creeped along the coast, busting through every now and then, or sometimes to leave a single stack here, and we'd puncture through, and then we'd set ourselves and wait again and recover, and then go again and again, to the point where we took this port, and then we took this port, and we took this port, and then we got all the way around to Korea. I think at this point we rushed, because there was no one here for some reason. We rushed along to these three provinces, and we cut them off from the last remaining port that was down here. So every single Japanese person unit in this area, because they had spread out quite a bit, every single Japanese unit in that area started running out of supplies. At that point it was a case of mopping up. We still had to fight Manchukuo units that were still full strength, and Menjuko, was it? Manchukuo, and alright, King China. It wasn't King China, it was something else. There's another person here. Something else broken. Anyway, yeah, there's two of them. There's two of them here, and we still had to fight these two, but we did. It was fine. It was fine. But whilst we were doing all this in the north, whilst I was kind of shuffling around with the ports, Japan attacked Jiangsu clique. I have no idea how to say it. Jiangsu? Yangzhou? I don't know. I could probably Google the name. It'd be hilarious to have the little woman shout the name at me, but anyway. And the Japanese landed down here, but because they went through a neighbour to then get through to my land, I wasn't informed on this side here that there was a naval invasion, because we had covered off the little orange guy here. He's set to garrison my coast and sit on just the forts. Just the forts? Just the ports. But sometimes it shuffles around and it annoys the hell out of me. We did lose a few ports that way when it was reorganising, which is a little bit crap. It might be worth just setting 2 units, having them in their own little gang, and have them just set on this port under somebody. You have to, I mean, you wouldn't even need anyone in charge, I don't think, just as a defensive unit, just so that they won't shuffle around, just so that if this got attacked, the 2 here won't come up to try and defend this and leave this exposed. I don't know. If you're garrisoning, then you should just garrison and sit. And anyway, less of that. Less of me being annoyed by crappy AI. Anyway, so I digress again. The Japanese pushed through Jiangsu Click, and this was the extent to which they got. But Jiangsu Click took the land back, and because he is under communist China, this lump here went to communist China, and so we had a big lump of pink right here that we had to cover off on, because I wanted to declare war on him. And on reloading the game, this has changed. It's come back to us again. Evidence of Paradox getting things wrong. And I have random troops here. Why do I have random troops here? What's going on? Where are you? How are you? Where have I got you from? I can't just spot you out here. I don't know. Weird things are happening. Weird things are happening. But the weirdest thing is of all is that Japan is no longer. And the reason Japan is no longer is because of our amazing paratroopers. We managed to get air dominance somehow. Somehow managed to get air dominance. We didn't have a navy to speak of, so ferrying troops from island to island was not a thing. The Japanese Navy, Japanese Imperial Navy, was far too strong. But we managed to get air dominance over here. We ferried our paratroopers from here straight into Nagasaki, because it's a half decent level port. Got a lot of damage there. Half decent level port, and our paratroopers did really well actually, like really well. I was surprised and impressed how well our paratroopers fought. And we took all this island all the way up to Osaka. We then mopped up the units that were here. We then started. This guy used to have 24 units underneath him, and he's lost 10 units just trying to get from this port here to Hiroshima. The convoys have been intercepted and sunk in the middle of the sea, and that's how we've lost units in that regard. But you throw enough shit at the wall, then some of it's bound to stick, and it did. It did. Our shit did stick, and a few of the units did get through. We've got 9 units that managed to get on the island. 9 half decent units with a good combat width, with a good amount of artillery support. A lot better than our paratroopers. I mean, our paratroopers have still got, you know, artillery support, and they've got engineer companies. I should put recon in there as well. I do value the speed that recon gives them. Yeah. So yeah, our paratroopers got the foothold, and then as soon as we pushed up a little bit, we managed to get some troops on board onto the island. The Russians turned up as well. Somehow, the Russians managed to get onto the 18 troops that Russia sent me. Managed to get onto Japan proper, and they helped with the final push into Tokyo. This is pretty much where we ended up. This is where we stopped. But it's good. That's good. And in the peace deal, Communist China, because obviously they were at war with Japan as well, they just got this. I don't know why this province, this region here, it was worth something like 600 in the... Is it to do with the population? It can't be. No, it's tiny. It was worth something like 600 in the peace deal. Bear in mind that provinces over here in Japan were like 80 and 90. I don't know why this was worth 600, but I don't know. Maybe taking a call of someone else who's also in the peace agreement, peace summit, peace deal, peace whatever it was. Maybe that's, yeah, I forgot this. I just forgot it. Point blank forgot it, but this should be fairly easy to mop up. Because there can be only one. There can be only one China. And there certainly can be only one Chinese United Front. Chinese United Front. But there's two of them. United. Two. It can't be allowed to go on, can it? So, we're going to about face. Oh, we also built up radar. Which I think did help a little bit. In just keeping the Japanese bombers at bay. And attaining some kind of... We only needed air superiority for the briefest moment to chuck Paras into China, into Japan proper, and it was more of a test. I think I initially chucked about 6 or 10 in, just as a test. I expected them to land in Nagasaki, maybe take a little bit of the island here, and then get forced back by overwhelming Japanese forces. But they did really well when they got on here. I was suitably impressed. So we continued up, and we ended up taking out the entirety of Japan. We don't have a fleet. We don't have a fleet, and we've never had a fleet. And so that was the only way that we could effectively get through Japan was through Paras. Naval invasions weren't really a thing. Who are you, and why are you, and what are you doing? You at war with France. Why? Fighting an offensive war against the United Kingdom. The United States is at war with the United Kingdom. What is going on? There used to be a Canada here. I'm fairly certain there used to be a Canada here. Why? What? Why offensive wars? Soviet Union has volunteers sent to the United States. You're democratic. What? I know some weird stuff can happen in Hearts of Iron 4, but you're in an offensive war because of why? What? I don't like it how it doesn't really give you a reason. Let's have a look at current wars. Is there a list of current wars going on? American-British war. For what? American-British war for what? I don't know. American-British war. I bet Soviet Union is loving this. Oh, we've got West Germany, we've got East Germany. Czechoslovakia's popped out as well. You're democratic. You're communist. Love it. Anyway, not been too concerned with what's been going on in the rest of the world, because we've been busy with Japan. But now it's probably time that we fabricated on the people around us and got into them, isn't it? Let's justify a war goal on you for retaking of core states. Why not? You cost 16 political power as you cost 32. So taking back our cores seem to be a lot cheaper. Also, we've got quite a lot of political power, but there's not really... I don't need this, do I? Improve relations opinion? Do I need to improve relations? I'll just take things via the sword. Don't anything there either. They all seem pretty good. In terms of national focuses, I don't know what to do over here. Could go fascist, I suppose. And the extra research slot would be nice. Liberty ethos. Trade deal opinion factor plus 20%. Political power plus 150, we don't need it. Should have probably rushed down here when we were building our forts. But I was rushing these when we were about to go to war with Japan. The infrastructure and the armament effort just cranks up your industry just a little bit, just that you need to start pumping out weapons and forts. Stability plus 10%, war support plus 10. Stability, I would really like that stability. I think fascism gives you a lot of manpower. I don't think we'll need. Also, my cat has decided to turn up. Yeah, we don't need the manpower. Recruitable population 5%, plus 2%. Yeah, we'd end up with like 20 odd million people. We don't need that. Going communist. National spirit, political correctness. I don't need that. Stability plus 5 is nice. Division recovery rate is nice as well. Ideological fanaticism. Grants war support, division attacks on core territory, division defense on core territory. This would have been really good probably for Japan. Or for war with Japan. You probably want to try rush down here as well. Division defense on core territory. Can send volunteer forces. No. It'd probably be alright for gaining military experience, being able to send troops to other countries, but no. I'm thinking this. It cranks up our military factory construction speed, and we do need to start cranking on our industry. The extra stability there, the extra 10% stability there is nice. The only other thing that I've seen, which would also be quite nice, is the division recovery rate there of 10%. And that's about it. Now we'll go down this way. Neutrality, deterrence, why we fight. Hey Alex Brown. Yeah, we'll go this way. I don't think we need the manpower going through the fascism. I don't think we need the... What was it through communist? What do you get through communist again? Political power. Foreign subversive activities efficiency. Yeah, we don't need to cut down on that. I've not seen it as a problem. People doing things against us. Plus, now that this war is over with Japan, because we have no ongoing war, Japan never joined the Axis. Or maybe they did. No, they didn't. Japan never joined the Axis. Therefore, as soon as we got Japan to capitulate, we were out of the war, and suddenly we got a load of cores. All this up here turned into cores. If we look at Yeah, here we go. Where we can drop our troops. Before, we could only drop them behind this line in our cored land. This was not all uncored. But now, this is all extra cores. This is non-cored, but it's fine. And we have no uprising, no uprisings. Because we've already had the peace deal. So a lot of nice land. And nothing kicking off. We had really bad rebellion in Japan whilst we were fighting through it. So it'll be nice to get all of that fixed up. China number 1. China number 1. And we have unassigned divisions. Of course we do. Right, you lot. Let's chuck you in your own unit. You're my paras. You're my paras as well. I want all of you together so I know what you are, where you are. We'll fill out some of these units. You can have an extra. You can be filled up. What are you? Oh, of course, my paras. What are you? Normal troops. We'll get you filled up as well. And you lot are on the island. Let's get you to a port somewhere. Alright, hold that. Get on a train. And then go to a port. You lot over here. We'll get you into a port, and then we'll get you to where you need to be as well. Just so I know where everyone is. There you go. So you're all going to be grouped together. Purple. Where are you? Check your IDs in the bin. I want you now on that line. We had really big problems with setting these lines. That's why this had to be a fallback position, because this was a different country and then this was a different country. But since I've reset it, well, not reset it, since I've loaded the game back up, it's all kind of fixed itself. Right, you chuck that fallback line in the bin. No longer needed. We'll chuck you on the front line. There. You lot, you can see, because I think it was this port. I don't know, the borders over here were a little bit icky. I had to set this as a garrison. Now no longer need to set that as a garrison. But we will garrison these islands as well. Garrison the ports on the islands, at the very least. Including the tiny ones. Let's not get caught out. So I need 24 divisions to guard all of the ports. You have 26. We'll probably look to add more troops into this unit. Plus their borders are disgusting. Do something about... yeah, it took up a lot of land. Yeah, all the other people that are China but not China, what are you doing? What are you doing on my land? Is this my land? Is this my land? What are you doing on my land? I know that I'm not at war with you. Minimum division's 42. Yeah, what are you doing on my land? We're not at war with you. Although I did give him rights to sit on my land. I did give him access. So I'll chuck you lot in there. And we need to build more troops. As we pump out more normal troops, our special forces cap will end up going up further up. So we'll get more. It's relative size. Cancel non-aggression pact. Yeah, fair enough. If you want to start getting aggressive. Okay, you lot. Into this port, and we'll get you away. No longer united. With the end of the war, the true patriots have triumphed. It's time to settle the scores with those who hid whilst we bled. Damn right. Alright, to be fair, both Chinese United Fronts were at war with Japan. But it didn't make it easy. It didn't make it easy. I'd rather them have fought with us than adjacent. Jesus, what are you doing? So I think they're getting ready for their for war. I need you on that border. Come on, you're in a port there. That's port. You can go from port to port. I know you can. What are you doing? Are you just being precious now? I'm Paris, therefore we don't use boats. We go everywhere in planes. Fine. Let's get you in an airport. Fools. One down here. I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing. That made no sense. Yeah, I think these powers will only actually use planes. Don't use. I can't shuffle them around using our ports, which is silly. Poland. What is Poland? Okay. Right, fighters over here are done. Let's get you away. So we need more fighters, we need close air support, we need lots of things actually. And what we do, whoa, what, why? We are making synthetic plants. But suddenly, why? Ah, like cruisers and destroyers and such. And fighters, lots of fighters. A good amount of artillery. But I think I wanted to swap out one of you for an extra artillery piece. Why is it 0.2? 20.2. And why are you 17? Oh, it's a land doctrine that's done that. Which means I'm gonna have to fiddle. Oh, I hate fiddling. Our land doctrine made weird things with our combat width. Or did weird things with our combat width. There we go. Infantry combat width comes down, so you can fit more people into a tinier space. But it just means that the recognized go to 20 width is difficult to get to. LG's coming from Mao. Yup. Yeah. Well, we need to. There can be only one. There cannot be only one. And that one is us. Also, I won't mind mechanized. Oh, we need many things. I need more troops. Because if nothing else, there's going to be billions of them. You know what it's like. Find the Chinese. We could probably keep these contained. Won't be fighting the Raj. Won't be fighting Tibet. We'll be fighting this guy. This. We can snaffle this fairly easily. We keep a lockdown here. Using our troops. With a really good entrenchment. How have you got so many troops here? They're not all your troops either. Ah, you've got access. These are using both of their lands. Oh, this guy's stacking up over here. Probably into the mountains. It's pretty smart of them. But it means they're leaving the line fairly thin. What's the template? Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of troops and only a tiny amount of artillery. Relative. And it's just support artillery. So even though we can fit anti-tank, we're not going to be coming up against tanks, I don't think. If we fit in that... Oh, it's 0.2. 20.2. That's stupid. Can fit in support anti-tank. But bizarrely, our piercing comes down. I'm used to 6 and 3 being 20. I'm used to 7 and 2 being 20. So having this weight of stuff and it being 20.2, it might as well be 29. Because the 20.2 is going to put it over the recognized combat width of 20, which is the breakpoint, isn't it? I don't know. Time to teach the treacherous commies a lesson. Indeed. Hierophant. Start the game as China, but France is guaranteeing independence on your surrounding provinces. Well, France does start here, doesn't he? France does start right here. And if you've got to 25% world tension, I don't know how you would, though. I don't know how you get... Oh, France has got little bits and pieces, and there's England here. I don't know how you get to that much world tension so soon in the game. A game as proper China or communist China? Because if you've got a game as proper China, then your immediate concern, your immediate worry needs to be the war that's oncoming with Japan. Don't waste your PP on fabricating on other people. Try to get the division defense and the division defense and the recovery rate and the division attrition, so you can pack more people into a tighter space without taking attritional losses. These kind of people, and try to swap out for war economy as quickly as you can. All that's what I did. And use on your new DLC release date. It pops up. The cornflakes one. It pops up on this when I start the game. Stoppage. Anything? Map changes and new tags. British Focus, I think that's already been done, hasn't it? I don't know. It pops up, yeah, when you start the game. The new cornflakes update is coming soon, I think. I won't be able to tell you exactly when though, unfortunately. Proper China is best China. Proper China is the best China. Been minding my own business as a proper China, waiting for the Japanese to kick off, but thought I'd be clever and look around me. Fucking Frenchies are pinning me in already. Yeah, well, the Frenchies will soon be busy. And if you're really unlucky, the Frenchies will get the poop pushed in so aggressively that they'll give this lump to the Japanese. That'd have been interesting. And I've had to power drop into it because we wouldn't have had the Navy together. But yeah, let's continue on, shall we? Australia. Cancelling of non-aggression pact. So that's us, yep, shipping troops around to our ports so that we don't instantly get squished. No matter who we're at war with, I don't really want people navally invading into these areas and being able to take them immediately. I might also augment them with a coastal fort. Perchance. For industry. Let's pick up oil processing because it would appear we're really struggling for oil. We're really struggling for a lot of things. Alright, Soviet Union. We'll grab that off you. Soviet Union, we'll grab that off you. Soviet Union, we'll grab that off you. Duh. I'll get on with construction. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long to repair all the damage. This was all done by this one wasn't particularly fighting. This was done by rebels behind our lines, whilst we were fighting up through Japan. Nice to see that we'll get a good amount of military factories, good amount of civilian factories back as well. And I'll want coastal forts in the place where I have ports over here on the islands. Just to help out. I'm going to spread fairly thin over here. Where's that to? It is. Which madman? Which absolute madman? Builds 2 ports. Japan, that too. Coastal fort? No. It would probably be a good idea. We have them all on the mainland. China starts with all these ports with at least 1 level of coastal defense, which is mega helpful. Especially when repelling the Japanese. Some of these are dockyards. Yeah, it's not a naval base here. And the dockyards are kind of, yeah. But I know that you're a port. Let's get at least one level of coastal fort in there. That's a dockyard. That's a dockyard. That's a port. As is that. As is that. I know you are as well because we rushed to take you. We have one there. One there. One there. That's how we defeated Japan. Rushing to cut off his supply routes. Are they? Coastal fortifications don't take that long to build. Didn't know this game was banned in China. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know whether it's because they don't like that period in their history where Japan was pushing their pooping fairly aggressively, and they don't want the people to know too much about it. Do you plan to fight with the Allies? I'm going to take the rest of my China stuff back, or the China stuff, and then yeah, we might fight with the Allies. I mean, the United States is fighting with the Allies. Why don't we? Can't believe the United States is fighting with the Allies. American war on the United Kingdom. I can't. Canada got annexed, or Canada capitulated. And I was like, okay, let's just stop and have a look at that. What's going on? And then yeah, then we realised. Can't get you off there. You're in a port. I should be able to get you from port to port. I can. Why can't I do that before? Which means I should be able to get you lot from port to port. $500 experience, yeah. Waiting for the next level of aircraft to unlock, I think. What are we researching? What's the next aircraft that we wanted? I think I was going to pick up the fighters. Yeah, we'll pick up the fighters and we'll use that air experience immediately on these fighters just to get good quality fighter coverage. I don't. Yeah, I know. I don't even. I can't quite compute it. I can't quite put it into words. I'm going to pick up motorized now. In 3 days. That's a decent grab. And I think we'll jump straight to mechanized. Start producing mechanized. And we'll swap out our infantry units for mechanized. So it'll be mechanized and artillery. It'll bump up their speed, which is very nice. Only 86,977 weapons needed. I expected more, to be honest. I expected more. Go neutrality focus. And we will set your location. I don't like having a location set because I don't want these to be constantly pumped out. I want them to get up to the top and me be able to dictate, right, I want the troops here or I want the troops up here. But we'll just set somewhere local, somewhere central, and have them pop out as and when they're ready. We're prioritizing reinforcements at the moment. We can bring you down. Let's concentrate on getting as many troops out as quickly as we can. We're China, for God's sake. We need millions and millions of troops. It's what China does. Right, 20 powers. Powers, we will locate you on an airbase somewhere. just there, and we'll make sure that our transport planes are in the same area as you. I will shuffle you along so I don't get confused. Easily confused. Hello, good mods. How are you on this? Is it Saturday today? I think it's Saturday. Hearts of Iron 3. I like it more. It's way complex. It took me hours to build. Yeah, I much prefer Hearts of Iron 3, especially the micromanagement of the front line. I find that a lot more rewarding than the setting of this. I know. Might just be getting grumpy in my old age. Hearts of Iron 4 is way too simple, lacks options, depth. Yep, I'd agree with you 100% there. Energetic music. Well planned Red, US plans to invade Canada and cripple the British Empire pre-World War II. Yep. Yep, the US is still grit democratic somehow. Yep, still democratic. United Kingdom, democratic, but they're at each other's throats because I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the Philippines is getting wrecked by Britain. So the British fleet versus the British capital ship heavy fleet against the American carrier heavy fleet. I wonder who's going to win. Okay, more troops pumped out. Yep, another 5. Another 5 to add to. You need more troops. How many do you need for your full garrison? You need 42. I might have justified that a little bit too soon. Yeah, we need more troops. I want... Let's just set you in a new theatre. We'll call it Port Guard or something like that. Reinforcement priority will be fairly low. Yeah, I want the people on the front lines to have the good stuff. Just gets him out of the way. Good. We'll train you because you need training. You do need training, but there's only one of you. We'll train you as well. Might as well have them at least at regular level for when we kick off. Good amount of infrastructure coming in as well. Depends where it is. Might even net us some more equipment, more stuffs. Oh, we need so much. And I can dig steel out of the ground. Might pick up excavation. Do you use any of... Stop that. Use something fascist or comedy war plan red is a logical step. Do you ever use transport planes for air supply missions? Air supply missions? You could use planes for air supply missions in Hearts of Iron 3. I've not been able to get it on Hearts of Iron 4. Not been able to do it in Hearts of Iron 4. Alright, we'll pick up excavation. Because we need to start digging more stuff up out of the ground. Mostly steel. And we'll grab the oil processing as well. We also are probably going to need more synthetic plants. I'm Australian. I'm not Australian. I'm from England, a place just here. Not in the USA. Just here. As close to Scotland as you can get without catching something horrific. West Germany joined the Allies. It gets weird. Soviet Union declared war on Turkey. It gets even more weirder. No, it doesn't. First person when we played through as the Soviets, the first person that declared war on was Turkey. Got lots of chromium in Turkey. That's why I went for it. Chromium becomes mega important late game for the building of battleships and heavy tanks. Also added the added benefit of dragging Romania in as well, because they guarantee each other. So you fabricate on Turkey. So it's one fabrication, but you end up with 2 countries out of it. And Romania has a decent amount of oil. Not that the Soviet Union needs the oil, but if you have the oil, and if you have the chromium, then no one else gets access to it, do they? Are you... Yeah, you're on your way. Philippines has capitulated. I'm not surprised. Let's have our powers training up. If trained powers can do that well against the Japanese, I wonder what... wonder how good they are at regular level. Have a West Germany already. Have a West Germany already. We have a East Germany, we have a West Germany, we have a Czechoslovakia, we have a Polish People's Republic. It's nice, I like this. A Republican Italy, a Yugoslavia, a Soviet Union that's tiny, an Albanian. United States has decided the Balkan Socialist Union. The Balkan Socialist Union. Or Hungary, kind of. And everyone's cancelling non-aggression pacts, which makes me a little concerned, but I'm okay with that. Right, so Portgrad is done. You needed 42 divisions, you have 43. That you spread fairly thin. We'll get you training as well. Whilst we're at peace. Get you up to regular level. You're my powers, so I don't want them mixing in with the paratroopers. We'll set you on your own people or your own unit, but take a different colour because that's the thing. You can be green. And the green front will be just there. Just for the moment. We've got a lot of lines to cover. We've got a lot of borders to cover off on. But pound for pound, I'm fairly certain that we have the better troops. So when it does kick off, we'll soak up the initial attack into us. Much like we did with fighting through Japan. We allow them to attack into us, wait until they've expelled most of their organisation, until they break off the attack, and then counter-attack into them. And try to push through that way. Ground support. Ground support requires ground support planes. How are we building ground support planes? What are we building? What are we producing? We already have quite a lot of support equipment. And improved artillery. Did I not alter that template? I did. I did not. Let's chuck another artillery in there. Let's chuck another infantry in there. Or another artillery. Going 6-5? It's a hell of a lot of soft attack. Defense comes down now. How did West Germany and East Germany form? They just got smashed. They got smashed really, really hard by the Allies and Soviets, and in the peace deal, a lot of people got spat out. There's a very strange playthrough. It's kind of thing, yeah. Yeah. I've seen some weird things in Hearts of Iron 4. Once I mean, you can click historical, but once you start the game, it descends into madness, doesn't it? It's a half decent amount of breakthrough. That's what we have for infantry. Defense goes up. Soft attack comes down. Organization goes up. Ooh, I don't know. We'll do that. Support anti-tank? No. We're not going to come up against tanks, I don't think. Not against these lot. We'll save that. What's that done to production? Right, we do need more artillery now. Good. I hate being in the massive green numbers. It seems inefficient. Fighters, that's fine. We can pump out more wings in more places. What are you? Set limit of 250 there. And another wing of all this crap that we picked up off Japan. Ooh, naval bomber. A G3M1. Might put you to good use. Yeah, we'll put the naval bombers to good use. We'll station them off Taiwan. And we'll use them for naval and port strikes in this area. When you get there? One day? Soon? I mean, we're not building any more of them, so let's turn you to low intensity operations. We'll try and preserve as many as we can. Are you there yet? You're never going to get there on pause, are you? Just to try and lock down Jiangxi. As I say, we don't have a navy to speak of. Hey Ascension, how are you? I was going to build up some radar further out, just kind of have a radar net, just to allow our planes to operate a little bit better. $91,300 and something. But we are making it at 125 a day. We should be able to get to about 250 pumped out per day, maybe even 300. I think this is enough support equipment. Might bring that down a little bit and instead start the production of something else. Also, deterrence. Oh, we have 3 civilian factories. Good. So all those coastal forts that we pumped out further out into the islands have been done. Have you got one? You don't. Why not? I just want level 1s out here. If there's a person, it means there's a port there. It'll just help these people to hang on to it if we ever end up at war with, I don't know, the United States. Because the United States seems to be broken. It's not exactly following the script, is he? So yeah, level 1 coastal fort with at least one person in there is usually about enough. Although if we end up with spare people, I'll definitely probably max out the our port defense. Good stuff. Just a picture of the world map and how everything turned out. Yeah, it is a bit silly. I like the colour of West Germany though. I wonder if he's gonna go. I wonder what he's doing. Oh. West Germany focus tree. The West Germany focus tree is our focus tree. That is our focus tree. That is our focus tree. It's a shame that they don't have a specific focus tree for West Germany. I suppose the chances of a human player picking up West Germany is fairly slim. East Germany, what about your focus tree? Please tell me it's different. No, generic focus tree. That's a shame. I wonder if they're going to build a wall. Probably. But yeah. No, the wall was in Berlin, wasn't it? They should have different focus trees. Anyway, back to China. Your powers, your people that are popping out, I need to dump you into green. We'll chuck you in there, we'll grab somebody. We're running out of generals to put in charge. I think this CB is going to drop off just because I'm woefully unprepared for it. I like to operate with a small army, and that was acceptable when we were fighting Japan. It's not that acceptable if we're going to be going to war with the entirety of the China region. What else do we need? We need all the things. We need a lot more oil. Which means synthetic plants, if you don't mind. Fairly certain that we don't make any of our own. Where's the closest oil to us? Oh, no, we don't make any of our own. A lot of rubber down here. Little bit of oil. A lot of rubber down here. A little bit of oil. Dutch East Indies. In the Allies. Well, we might pick them up. Yeah, the script got thrown in the bin. It got dumped in the sea. Like, no, we're not doing that anymore. Communist China changes their diplomatic status with us declare war. So, it kicks off. It's a war indeed. So, diplomatically, who's at war with me? You are not. You are. You are. Why are you not? Why are you not? Are you going to get called in later on do I still cover off on your provinces on the just in case? Paras, I need you rushing to that front line. Everyone was on training. That's not good. This isn't good either. Right, we need you pumped out here. Lesser upgrades, lesser reinforcement, all of our stuff gets dumped into making new units. We need them. We need lots of them. Your new unit, your front line is that. Get there as quickly as you can if you don't mind. Well, this was sprung on me. Let's have air superiority here. We'll go for close air support here. We'll shuffle you lot about. And try to get a superiority. Paras. Can I chuck you in behind the lines? This plan is considered to be disadvantage. Superior enemy. We might still do it. If they push off these forts, then it'll be a good thing to jump in behind them onto the forts, across the river. I'm just wondering who else he's going to bring in. Whoa. You were supposed to destroy the communists, not to join them. Yeah, I wonder what Soviet Union's declared war on Turkey, hasn't he? Turkish Socialist Republic. Socialist Republic. So they just fabricated on a communist state, and no one will protect communist states. So anyone who's communist over here, Russia can just fabricate and declare war on and gobble up, and no one cares. Nobody cares. Is there anything else that I can do? What else do I have? Randa Para. Let's check you in that. Can I pump out more of you? I can. Because we're pumping out more troops, our special forces cap limit is going up. Good. This is not good. We don't have any organisation here because we were training. Port God. I'm going to need you. Trick your ideas in the bin. Stop training. I need you into this province here. All of you. I will split you when you get there. Yeah, okay. What else do we need to produce? Would like close air support. We're going to dump our air experience onto this, aren't we? Yeah, we'll wait for that. So, production of close air support. I can have two of the supply factories as well. We're going to need more stuff. We're going to need stuff and equipment and, oh my word, I don't know. Also, how do you have Japan as China? We went to war. Well, Japan declared war on us, but we won. So we got China. We got Japan even. Sorry. We won. That's what we did. Instead of losing as China, we decided to win. It's a good idea. It was a good idea. Invite to faction? No. Should be able to hold here. We're really well dug in. You're standing by, but I want you on air superiority there. You're standing by, but I want you on air superiority here. Ship troops to Germany. What does the II do? Hey, Levin. How are things? Going after all the fake Chinese now. Well, it wasn't me. I'd like to say it was me declaring this war, but it wasn't. They declared war into me. So this is a defensive war. Which means we get more stability, I think, for being in defensive war. And more war support. Which is pretty cool. Also, I don't know where to spend my PP. But I do know that I can take this off you. So we should do, because it's strategic. And I'm expecting Yunnan to come in on this. That's why we've covered off on his land. If not, I can shuffle these troops around. I would like to shuffle these troops around somewhere else, but there's no point in them losing their digging, their entrenched bonus in mountains to move them somewhere else, just for these to kick off and have to move back. So we'll leave them there for the moment. I want you convoy raiding out here. We have a tiny navy. Oh, we have such a China fleet. China fleet that consists of 2 ships. Oh, such a tiny navy. I love it. I might need to stop building things. We don't have 120 odd steel. Soviet Union. Maximum I can buy is 11. I need 122. Right. Well, let's cut down on some production then. Cut down on you. We'll cut down on you. I mean, we've not needed a navy so far. Who says we need one now? We'll cut down on sport equipment. We need more extraction. And we have 3 military factories, but we just don't have the raw resources to build anything. Same with dockyards, we don't have the raw resources to build anything. Let's get rid of you. At least we're getting to the positives somewhere. Taking it out there, we're freeing up more stuff for fighters and the close air support. It feels weird not using my military factories. Oh, Canada is always under the US. Surprised me that I beat Japan without unifying China first. That's because we're amazing. No, it was just lucky. Got a decent break. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, that's really bad. Go on, entrenching bonus. Square me away. Alright. I know I can hold this line. I hope I can hold this line. Oh, come on. Sanma's going to come in next. Do you mind not exercising? What are you doing? Oh, you've been pushed out. Alright, Paras, you're on a fallback line. Initially. Nope. Why? What have you done? No. No, not there. Fallback line. There we go. Initially behind that river. And we'll see what happens when you get there. Well, it got us with our pants down. Basically everyone was training who was on the front. I didn't expect an offensive war from them. I should have though. With the entrenchment bonus we have in the south, we're containing them, but that's all we're doing. I need all these pumped out pretty quickly. At least we've got air superiority, so if they have any close air support, it's not been an issue. It's not being effective. This line is mega thin. Oh, that's why, because it's spread over the entirety of, yeah. Right, well, you can be spread thin, but when this guy gets here, we're going to lump him up and we're going to try punch through somewhere and pick out capital and capital. Try force people out as quickly as we can. It's going to be messy until it gets to that point. But as long as we can contain these guys, stop them from grouping up together, we just need to get our northern flank under control. Oh Jesus, what? Come on. Please, game. It's like, yeah, you've taken out Japan, but now comes the hard mode. No, the Paris can't be expected to hold this. I could really do with you out really, really quickly. I can dump them out. They would be green, but it still works. Off you go. We'll try cutting behind them and take out a capital, maybe, perhaps. We need to give them something to think about. At the moment, we're just being pressed back everywhere. Are you not moving? Do you not think that was a good idea to move? Right, we'll try use this these 24 green units to try punch through and get to capitals. This is terrible. Alright, 23. You're in a different unit. You get added to that line just there. Just need to contain, just for the moment, but don't get spread down the entire line, you absolute plebs. Alright, counter-attack into them. Split one that way, just to keep these guys away from the fight. Also, I should have attacked into this guy as well to keep him occupied. I've already reinforced. Damn it. Alright, where are you? Go, you fought into that. Away you go. Do have more troops to spit out. Yes. Just... we need to stop the advance. Green, where are you? Go. Paris. One of you step out and into the green. Check your ideas in the bin. Your new front line is... no, full back line. Is that? As long as we can keep supply lines open to these guys. They're in quite good entrenched locations in mountains and such. They might be alright. Although, I don't know what this is. Also green, let's edit your line to encompass that. They will overcommit. And we'll pump out more troops on them. And we'll do to them what we did to Japan. Combined losses of 777,000 so far for them. For us, just 90. This is fine. I mean, we've got enough manpower in the bank, fair enough, but it shows that we're at least not getting rolled over. Not too much. That's terrible. I was going to punch through with you, however, plans change. No, that's stupid. Let's give you front line down here. And we'll edit that. What is this? This is what I don't like. Right, teal. Oh, there's two of them. I need to change that colour to something different. I'll do. I need to edit your front line because you're getting stretched far too thin. Oh, we've got black and orange up here that we can shuffle around. That's also a tiny encirclement. Right, black and orange. Nope, these are orange. Well, I've got two oranges. Let's swap you out as well for yellow. Orange, what's your line? How far does it spread? I can edit that. Yeah, bring that back. Also black. Edit your line. Just so we've got people in the right places. Plus 10% stability and war support. Good. Let's go for that. Alright. Still getting pushed back. What are you? What are you meant to be? What are your orders? What are your orders? Where are you? Oh, this is not good. Although the line down here did need compressing. I don't really want to do it like this. Where's Vomit Green? Where are you? Got 4 people here doing nothing. 5 people here doing nothing. Where are the rest of you? Got 16 units here. Where are you? What are your orders? You don't have orders. Orange apparently doesn't have orders either. They were on a fallback line down here. No longer needs to be a fallback line. We can put you on the front line there, but alter it so you're not covering the entirety of the world. Something like that. And Vomit Green. Our front line needs to be that. Oh no, put it in the bin. Our front line is there. We'll let it out. To involve that. And on you go. Can I have more troops? Yeah, I can. Well, Vomit Green is going to need stuff. As is proper colour green. Down here, so we might as well poop those troops out down here. You get commander. What else? I mean, suddenly we have troops. Good old Bile Green. Yep. Probably going to lose this pocket. Can we do any damage with you before you go? Probably. Might be able to open at this pocket. If we can, we'll probably shuffle these guys out. Fall back to a decent defensive line. That was probably overextending. Just need to hold. Nope, this way. Well, we'll try getting behind them. Next lump that comes out, we might push to cut them off. Another encirclement here. But the rest of the line needs to hold. Well, I didn't think the rest of China was going to kick off with us. But it's happened. Let's deal with it. Can we push you back across that river? We can. You stop. You move. You move. It compresses the line a little bit. Let's get rid of that nipple as well. So pound for pound, man for man, once we're fully trained up, once we're not deogged because we've been on training operations, we are much better at fighting than they are, which is good to know. Let's grab the encryption bonus there as well. So I can get, if we get back and dig in somewhere, set ourselves, set a line, we can then push out from there. But the initial push that they did was really good. Should probably chucked a few forts down.
完毕，长官。命令。
You stop. You stop. You lot shuffle up. Alright, looking good. Black, I want your line edited. Just to here. I want quite a few troops here, so that as we push along, we're not leaving gaps in behind us. And I'll hope that orange can just hold the line. More troops to spit out? Nope. The weird thing with China, the weird thing with going down the doctrine that we did, we can spit them out at just 10% trained. At 10% trained, you've learned how to, I don't know, tie your shoe. That's about it. Coup in Romania. How bizarre. Alright, they know what to do here.
是的，长官。
Yeah, they forced a lot of troops between us, which has cut these guys off. They're just going to de-aug these and mop them up. How good are you at fighting?
准备完毕，长官。
Not very good. Alright.
注意！
We can strike back using this then.
命令。
We'll work our way up the coast. And we'll make our line thinner. Yeah, we'll compress up the coast. And we can shuffle these troops into the main line. And then push back. We're getting spread far too thin at the moment. Although we have halted the advance, it's now time to push back. You lot don't fight very well.
准备。停下。
And we're desperately trying to get oil, desperately trying to get excavation as well, aren't we? Because we're struggling on that. And rubber, although it's not as bad as it used to be. I remember the days. Yep, and as...
注意！
as they shuffle around, we should have more and more. Yep, it's good. It's good. We're extending their line in an acceptable fashion. We now shuffle back onto reinforcements. I think we've pumped out enough people into the field now. You can go to low equipment priority. We'll prioritise reinforcements. Secondary priority will be upgrades. We've got more Paris to dump out. No. Yep, cancel these. We get the equipment back. Paratroopers at the moment are a bit of a luxury. Oh, we're out of organisation. This is just going to get mopped up. Go on, breakthrough. Yes.
继续攻击！准备完毕，长官。
I will look to try and pull these out. It's a giant line you've got there. It's a shame something would happen to it. You shuffle on, and you shuffle on. Let's try getting to the mountains. Next lot that we poop out is getting pooped out right here. I will grab some commanders. There we go. Defensive logistics is quite nice. Entrenchment is really good as well. You can have attack. Also, let's give you a field marshal. We can't really. Okay. Yep, reassign that dude there. There we go. And you get Cav leader, no. Defense logistics, got them. Right, your colour is going to be red, bright red. And we're chucking you in here. Or we're just going to do it manually. And we're going to meet up with black. Damn China. Let's beat PRC into Taiwan. I've already got Taiwan. It's Taiwan, isn't it? Well, we've relieved the pocket. This is going to be a mop-up, as is this. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Can you attack into there as well? You can. Can you stop them from moving? Sort of. Don't lose all of your organisation though. Right, so we got there first. And I might grab another, the next 24 that pop out. We're going to reinforce this area. And we're going to grind our way through here, making our front a lot smaller. That way we can concentrate forces where we need them. Also, that's really inefficient. Weight of numbers should be able to win that. Nope, they've gone on another offensive. Yep, man for man, pound for pound, we are a lot better at fighting than them. You can just tell.
注意！
Going to get into the province quick enough? We are. So we're feeding into this province. It's fairly pivotal for us that we get there.
命令！ 隐蔽！
Alright, you lot stop that offensive. Flying into mountains. It's never a good idea. We can open up a gap behind them. Again with mountains. Not the best idea. It looks like we've been pushed back out here. The line is thin, I suppose. Jumpy Wombi indeed. Let's get you on this line just here. We'll exit you in such a way that you're concentrated into this area. Oh, we should be feeding more troops in here.
继续前进！准备！立正！
We'll hold these in position using this attack. Gives this guy a chance to get around the back. There we go. Yeah, they know what we're doing. Oh, the line's broken. How does the line broke, ladies? How did the line break, ladies and gentlemen? The problem with this system that they use with the creating the lines, and it sometimes it fucks up, and if it does, it can be really bad. Because you don't expect it to. You should do, it's Paradox. But you don't really expect it to. So when it does, you find yourself really messed up.
立正！
Like really messed up. How can you beat Japan without unifying China? I can't do that without console commands. We got really lucky with beating Japan. I'll say lucky. So we shuffled our way along this coast, and we took port after port after port after port, and then we got down to here, and we cut across Korea to block him off from another port down here. He ended up with 0 supply to all his forces that were dumped into this area, and that was it. We squished his troop. He's getting onto his island. We didn't have a navy. We still don't have a navy to speak of, but we just used paras to get from this area into Nagasaki, and then used our powers up through the coast of Japan. If you look at if you watch the last stream that we did, then you'll see how we did it. Another paid DLC. Fair enough. Oh. Wait, what?
准备完毕，长官。
Fred, that wasn't meant to be your line.
命令。
You don't have orders anymore. What have I done there?
出发！
Oh, something's messed up there. Something has messed up and I do not like it.
是的，长官。准备移
I
动。
want you to jump in there. I want one of you to engage these two. The one that was moving.
出发！
I've got another place for you to go.
有何指示？来吧，开始行动！
Oh, we try for the collapse into this pocket, I think. Yeah, I messed up there with something. Red wasn't meant to take all of that line. Sometimes there's a misclick, and because clicks in Paradox do 18 different things,
瞄准！
you can end up in trouble. Like, these are strategically redeploying down their line. They shouldn't be. It's not.
准备完毕，长
It
官。
shouldn't be a thing. I usually stop moving into this province because that's a victory point. That would be terrible. Alright, well, it's a bit of excitement, isn't it? It's estimated to be risky. There's quite a few troops down there, but we'll continue planning. We might get a breakthrough. Right. You go that way. We'll use...
集合。
You told them we'll use you to hold them in place. Nope.
长官，
Just for the moment.
遭到攻击。
That's not happening, is it? Do have close air support. Can we get close air support? Just a little bit. 87. Load of carrier stuff that we stole from Japan. 87 close air support. I want you to hold these in place. Liberia joined the Allies, of course they did. Right, stop that. And the Soviet Union declared war on Iran. Okay. Right, you lot, stop that. Regain some organisation. And we'll push again in a little bit. What's my focus at the moment? Why we fight? Left all this right to the end. Also, how are you looking? Estimate plan value 70%. Let's go on that then. And this is where we slowly make our line shorter, therefore being able to concentrate more men into a more concentrated pocket. And again, man for man, we are better at fighting than they are. We have the support equipment, we have the manpower. We just needed to halt them, which we kind of have done. This is terrible. I don't like this. But that might be a cut-off. Okay. Surprise. I found if you just go in from one province breakthroughs, then they tend to sit a lot of people right in front of you. If you can make the width of the breakthrough just a little bit bigger, then sometimes you can find a way through. Like through here and then through here might be our option. It'd be better than going through mountains as well. Also, naval mission efficiency, tactical bomber. I don't think we need any of that just yet. There's better things that we can be getting. Rubber. Better fighters. Let's go. Why do we starve them all? To starve them all. Well, yep. Yeah. We can chase all the birds off the field. What was the thing that I think Deng Xiaoping or Mao Zedong did? He was sick of locusts taking all the getting like 10% of the grain. So they instructed all of their people. No, it wasn't locusts, it was birds. He was sick of the birds taking like 10% of the grain that they planted. So he instructed all of his people to never let the birds land. And so they got exhausted and they died off. But that just allowed the locusts to come through, swarm through their fields and take 80% of the grain. It was just this like little Red Book revolution thing that they had. Man, dictators, they're silly, aren't they? Also, they have Dick in their name, which is hilarious. But anyway, go take you out before anyone else jumps in. We might be able to. Yep, doesn't look like anyone's coming to support you. Alright, what have you stayed there? Anti-corruption. How are we getting on here? For some reason, we have no idea how we're getting on. Alright, stop that. looks like they've launched another offensive. Wait for their offensive to be over and then we will counter. This is not good. Like really not good. The entirety of black might end up encircled, pocketed. That would be terrible. Orange, once you get there, we need to be making plans for that, if you don't mind. Oh, Pebble, can you help them out? I know that you're not technically part of the offensive, but you are there to back them up. Alright, the offensive in the north. Looks like it's over. Can we counter-attack back into them? Not really. Why do I not have? Why can I not see? Yeah, go on then. Why can I not see their numbers now? That's weird. Also, we're straightening out this line a little bit, which is nice. Why can I not see the numbers? Can you get through here? No. Right, they're starting to lack organisation. I reckon with a concentrated push. Or not. Or not. Well, we don't have to get focused on them. Go. If in doubt, we'll get around the back of the fort. He needs to continue on. If they're on the run, then it's best to keep them that way. That way they're not regaining organisation. When you carry on, I want you into here. Oh, this seems to be happening. Slowly but surely. I can't see the numbers, ask Paradox, and they'll make a DLC about it. Yep. Want to see the numbers? Then you're going to have to pay it. It's going to be £5.99 and you get rid of the question mark. I don't know why I can't see them. Might be to do with our encryption and decryption. This is terrible. And it's all stemmed from a fuck up with the lines. Something that was, I won't say out of our control, but it shouldn't have been a thing. Well, I should have probably countered it a little bit sooner when I could. No, that line's ridiculous. Delete that order. Your front line is there, but that is it. To include that. And all the way down here. Good. The next fighter. Nope. Type bomber. Close air support, should I say. So the fighters. Production of the new fighters, the P12. Let's upgrade you for range and reliability. There we go. The bigger the range, the bigger the circle, the more effective they are, the more efficient they are. Because their area of operations is probably closer to the center of the circle. And therefore, they fight a little bit better. A lot better, I found, than putting weapons on. Or upgrading the weapon, should I say. Let's try and lock you in place. Let's also get you to fight into this, because I need this done pretty quickly. That'll do. Oh, this is Portugal. Fighting across the road. It's not ideal. Oh, yes, spare military factories, but I can't really put anything on. We don't have we don't have the raw materials for it. Hmm. Well, too many people stacked up here. I have no idea what's in front of us. So I'll just give you a generic front line of that. Go where the line is weak. Fill in the gaps. Gaps. Let's try hold you in place. There we go. At least we've got people in place now. Or we should be able to move, or start to move around the back of them. Right, immediately counter-attack into these. They lost all of their organisation fighting into us. I hope one day one of those doesn't say Soviet Union has decided to declare war on you. That would be terrible. Also, I did poop out close air support up here. I don't think I need them anymore. So I'll transport them to where they're needed, even though they weren't on a mission. That's not mine. Germany joined the Comintern. Of course they did. That's what East Germany is. Right, you're on close air support here. Do me proud. One of you, please,
正在撤退，长官。
continue moving into this province so we can open up the airport. So we can, well, we can put our close air support in there. Trying to encircle us. Yep. Yeah. We just got troops pooped out at the right time, I think, just to stop this encirclement. These are encircled up here, but there's nothing I can do to break up out to them. Also, not being able to see insufficient intel. Why? Why? Maybe I do need the next level decryption for that. It would make sense, I suppose. You stop that. Wait for them to attack into us, and then we'll counter. Right, you attack into them. Hold them in place whilst we open up that airport, which allows our close air support to get a lot closer. And therefore be a lot more efficient. Good. Right, why don't you down this way? One of you move into that province, you lot hold those in position. Damn it. Good. You lot can stop attacking. These lot are going to run out of organisation because they don't have a port here. This is a Portuguese port, not a Chinese port. So, slowly but surely, tiny encirclements. I think they're getting ready for a push through here. Might have to pull that line back. I can't wait for the next level of decryption because I can't even see the amount of units that are attacking us. Right, as they attack now. Stop. As they attack now. They'll run out of organisation and they won't get it back. Pax Americana indeed. Good. Uncertain times as well. Yep. Good stuff. Let's move into that. There we go.
有何指示？出发！
Why can I not give you orders? Hold whatever you're doing, get into here.
后退！
There we go. There we go. Nice little overrun.
准备移动。
Should be a nice little overrun. Let's not allow them to break through back to them though. There we go. And orange. Can I get you to move on? They are moving on. Alright, so we're starting to dig up a little bit more now. We extract such little aluminium. That's pretty bad. What else do I need? Might get rocket artillery actually. Apparently rocket artillery surpasses normal artillery's efficiency the later on that you get. And one day I'll know what the numbers are like here, but it won't be today. Probably when that encryption comes in. Why do I know this? I know where to push down here, and know when to not push.
有指示。
Orange, stop pushing.
有指示。
Spread yourself out along the line.
隐蔽。
Why are we attacking into them? Who are you? Stop. Orange, stop the press. We'll wait until we're organised and then we'll go again.
准备。
Orange. Check your orders in the bin. Your front line is not there. Your front line is here. We'll extend it to there and to there. Your front line. Nope, your offensive line. Is that? How do you feel about that immediately? It's pretty bad, he says. Once we've got more people down here, it should be fine.
准备移动。
Also, what are you? Let's get that fixed. Can we counter into you?
准备移动，
And hold you in place. They just attacked into us. Now was the best time to counter-attack into them.
出发！
We'll try hold you in place so you don't get into this province before us. There we go.
我们上！停下！
We're locked in combat so we can't move. That's fine.
准备完毕，长官。
In other words, orange, you can continue that fight. How the losses? 1.7 million to 373,000. Good. This is terrible. I wonder.
是的，长官。
It's across a river. There's only one way into it. I think a lot of these troops over here are troops from this country. So if I can stop them just feeding through. Also we can encircle this lot. If we can cut this off, if they're going to allow us. Can't believe that.
集合！快走！
Need to hold those in place because I've still not quite mastered the way
接着，
of having people support a fight but not get dragged into the province as well.
注意！
I think it's something like control and
命令！
whatever it is.
遭到攻击！ 有指示。
There you go, you stop that. And we'll recover some organisation just at that, and then we'll try and push again into the 3-stack. Or maybe just make a run for the capital. If we can stack some people in here. Can we emergency stack some people in because it's right open in front of us?
准备移动！出发！
Might be able to. Yeah, we might be able to make a run for that capital actually.
瞄准！ 准备完毕，长官。
We've got enough people here to lock the lines down. We could probably push the 10 in here and do pretty well.
准备完毕，长官。
Can we get in there? Also, no, I haven't got access there. Well, the numbers going up, but they're going to end up feeding more and more troops in here. Don't know how organised they're going to be when they get there. But if we can cut them off here, this will be a giant encirclement. Right, stop that because that's silly. Some of the attacks that they make are just idiotic. Might be able to do it. You're going to feed more people in. We can stop these guys from feeding them by attacking them with the 9 that are here. Done. Right, so we stopped the crossflow of troops now. What? Oh, I'm waiting for this to conclude so I can shuffle people around. Because for some reason there's no one in there. There's no one in here either. If not careful, this is going to be an encirclement. Right, you move out. We might be able to get there in time. This has descended into stupidity. Let's stop that. We'll reorganise and go again. Alright, suddenly, hopefully, we should find numbers. In the north. Oh, numbers in the north. Finally. Finally. Okay. So the spread's fairly thin. I think once we've dealt with this, it'll free up a lot of numbers and we can shuffle them elsewhere. Also, you don't need to be that. Want you in this gap over here. we also need to research some of them. If in doubt, oil, rubber, anything that extracts stuff from the ground. All that good stuff. Now we've got a bit of organisation. Got in that. How's the terrain? Oh, terrific. I'd rather fight into those. I'd rather fight into this. Yep. Great. Oh, I love it. Hearts of Iron 3. That's why I prefer Hearts of Iron 3. There's none of this bullshittery. Units stay where you put units. Or they move because you move them. That's it. Right, you need to be, I think it's control and click. That's a supporting move. Or a supporting attack. I need to press enter here. But that's not going to work. For reasons unknown. Giant hole. Giant hole in the line. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Alright, so we managed to break out. Oh, Robert. Hymns? I think it's hymns. Feel free to shout if it's wrong. Could we attack into you? We could. Can you stop them from moving? You stay here. Attack into them to stop them from trying to move into this province. That should be about enough time. There we go. I want you moving on as quickly as possible, and I want the rest of you to attack into here to keep them in the place. There we go. So you do have access to a port down here, but we can attack from all four sides now. That might do the trick. Also, can we shorten our line? Nope. That doesn't seem viable tactic. There's far too many troops in there as well. Will we get there in time? Yep. by the rest of the line. It's looking fairly thin. You've continued to attack into us and attack into us, which means you don't have much. I don't think they have much organisation left.
是的，长官。
Good. Counter-attacking is mega powerful. They'll waste all of their organisation on attacking into you. As soon as you counter, they have no idea what to do. Also, can we hold them in place? Briefly? Whilst we get into the province. Yes. No. Yes. No. I don't know. It's having a laugh there. Right, so we got there eventually. You stop that attack then. It was only to hold people in place. Might get squished here. Well, you look particularly weak. It's 2 on 3. But you don't have much organisation. You stop where you are. In fact, you help that attack. Just to lock these down. You attack into this again, just to lock them down. Gives this one time to get in. And you, my friend, don't have that much organisation. Right, stop that. We'll go control and right click. Turn it into a blue arrow. So this is a sporting fight, I think. A sporting attack. Sporting press, should I say. You stop that. You stop that. And you stop that. So this is as a supporting press. So they'll, at the end of the fight, they will all move into this province. You need to lock those down. In fact, you could probably press in there. Again, control, right click. Nope. Control, right click. Nope. Apparently that doesn't work anymore. I'm a damn liar. Maybe you can't control, you can't support attack from the same province. I don't know. Powers, you stay where you are. The rest move on. Just realised this province was going to be left undefended. That's Romania's capitulated. You attack into these as well. And you. And you. Now you're leaving this flank empty. Not particularly. Giant open space just there, just what we need. Thank you very much, Align. Feeding more and more people into this.
集合！
Well, the weight of numbers should be enough. Maybe, perhaps. It's not looking promising. How about you three get involved as well? How about you three, four, get involved as well? How's the rest of the line looking?
注意！
We can take that.
正在撤退，长官。命令！出发！
Suddenly the whole control click support fight isn't working anymore. Maybe you get 2 clicks of it. And then it's far too OP.
我们上！
Alright, stop that. Come on, last little push. Good.
准备移动。
Well, it's a bit of a grind, but we're getting there. Oh, come on. How? Game, please. There's no way they broke through the line there. There's no way they broke through the line. Something's gone wrong with the line setup. Like it did before. Like it did here. If someone can direct me to a mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that includes the Hearts of Iron 3, or just takes all this shit out, all the setting of the lines, just so I can go back to the micromanagement, the intense micromanagement of Hearts of Iron 3. I'd love it. It'd be great. It'd make the game 8 times easier. It makes me not even want to deal with this. Like, oh fuck it, just get on with it. It's not meant to be how games are. No, stop that.
保持距离。
Not even close. Not even close. How much is capital worth? Just 10. Just 10.
雷震。准备完毕，长官。
Where are paras? Here. Don't think they're an integral part of the line. No. strategic redeployment to there. Transport planes down here. There we go. Plus air support. Next level. You're really gonna leave this empty?
是的，长官。
Yep, he was going to. See if we can power drop onto this. Can't set you as a location. Can't set any of this as a location because it's cut off. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with dealing with that. I know it's not what you want to hear from people who play the game, but it's such a crap system.
准备移动，出发。
And you have people strategically redeploying down the fucking front line. When you strategically redeploy, you lose all of your organization. All of it. And when the AI thinks that it's got too far to go, it'll strategically redeploy. However, when you want it to strategically deploy, i.e. when you want to drag everyone, in a particular unit, down to a province down here, they will walk all the way. So it might just be, what is it, confirmation bias. But still. The AI in this, both working for you and against you, is silly in the extreme.
命令，出发。
Alright, stop that. What are you doing? Get down here. Your orders were to end up down there. So, note to self, once you've taken Japan out, you need to line up on China provinces, actually no, before the Japanese victory, because they were in the fight as well. These guys were all in the fight as well. Pump out a load of troops, be ready to get into China. And not train not train whilst you're on the border, because that's silly. Why can I suddenly see this? Don't allow me to get into the province. We might get pushed out almost immediately. Well, that's nice to see. I'll take a free province. For some reason, you're quite low on organisation. You attack into them to stop them from moving. You attack into them to stop them from moving. You stay behind. Unset times indeed. You attack into them to stop them from moving. Alright. Hold that attack. You stay where you are. What do you think you're doing? What did you think you were doing? And you. And you. And you. What is this madness? They were just going to open up the entirety of this front. And that's probably what's happened up here. And that's why the AI in Hearts of Iron 4 is stupid. It's ridiculous. It's utterly, utterly ridiculous. It's retarded in the extreme. Thought that was open then. I was going to have another mini meltdown. Stop. I have to attack into them just to hold them in place, even if they've not got organisation. Just to say, just sit where you are. Stop moving around. This is mega smart. Well done, AI. You're the best. Right, you look. Power drop from there to there. Go. And we shall attempt to try to take out that victory point. No, stay there. You lot, into that. You lot stay where you are, that's a mega important province. Where the hell do you think you're going? You, stay where you are. Wow. Does more harm than good, the whole setting of battle plans. I thought I was going to have to get around the back. I did not. Excellent. Please allow me to click on one of you. I'm mad enough already. Stop that attack.
准备
Just
移动。
you stop altogether. Actually, just step out of your unit. Just stay there. At least that way, I know he's going to stay there.
准备移动。
Fuck's sake. Out of your unit. Stay there. You, out of your unit. Stay there. You lot now attacking to them to try and hold them in place.
冲上去！出发！
And attack into them. Let's try and close up this pocket. It's causing me no end of troubles.
准备完毕，长官。
Nope.
命令！
No, you stay where you are.
准备完毕。
I want you
长官
contributing to this as well.
是的，长官。出发！
Okay, slowly but surely, we'll attempt to be less shit than we were. And you just stop attacking. That would be smart. But stay in the province. Dear God, Jesus. Stay in the province. You lot, stay where you are. Again, stay where you are. You lot, attack into this. Supported by these. That should be a fairly easy fight. Right. You lot move. You lot move as well. You hold them in place. Yep. You lot just support that. Control click. Nope, shift click. Nope. God knows then. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. And they've left an empty province. It's nice to see that the AI can be as stupid on both sides. Right, you lot can get into that fight. You lot as well. And you. Oh, it's been painful. It's been emotional. And it's still not over because of the giant hole there. Oh, the giant holes. Love the giant holes. Please catch you up. Terrible, terrible things have happened. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Do we have any ships? We don't. Not really. Long short of it is we got out of the fight with Japan and all of the rest of the Chinas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. all declared war on us at the same time. So, strange things have happened. Many strange things have happened. And I just wasn't prepared for it at all. We had people on borders, fair enough, but the majority of them were training.
准备完毕，长官。
Can we get involved in this? You get involved in this, and you get involved in this. One of you lock down these troops that are coming to support. You stay there. 9, stay there. In fact, attack into this to help them on their way. Done. Kind of, sort of. There are 2 attacks coming from here.
继续前进。
Right, just stop attacking. I will send some real troops down here once this guy's capitulated. Is he not close to capitulation yet? He is. Great news. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we need to get into here and get these squished. Oh, that was painful. That was painful, but it releases a load of troops for the front. This is unfortunate, you could say. But again, the line, I think the line broke. It broke here because of 2 lines that joined each other. I think we did similar again. And for some reason, the lines pull apart, and the enemy just walks straight through because there's no one in front of them. I mean, it doesn't take much for to have someone not in front of them, but it did really, that didn't help. So that's unfortunate, but what can you do? Yeah, lock him in place. Just until we surround them, and then we can mop them up and get away. Oh, Paris. Used to good effect there. Done. Well, done for one of them. That's one down, only about 8 to go. What are losses looking like? 3 million to 659,000. I'd take that. I'll take that. Next, Yunnan. Yunnan is next. It's right next to us. I'll probably look to try and punch through here. Try cut him off from any of his support or the people feeding into him, because these are all working together. And then eliminate him. And then again we can close the line a little bit. Alright, go on your front line. He's just in here. Purple. Yeah, we're going back on the front line. We're going back on the front line. Where did I take you out of? Probably purple. Oh, blue. Okay, so we've kind of turned it around a little bit. We've stopped the rot, and now it's time to kind of push back a little bit. Said you were taking the day off. I don't think taking the day off means the same in the UK as it does everywhere else. Well, I said I was taking the day off because I really should have been. But yeah, you've reminded me that I need to go to work now. As in, almost right now. But we'll leave that there. Oh, we still have Japan. We still have sort of China. This is unfortunate, but as long as we can shore up the line here, I'm not too bothered about it. Land doctrine, artillery. Better MPs. We're not coming up against any artillery. Focusing on reinforcements and upgrades. What about production? Yeah, we don't have a lot of kit. We don't have a lot of stuff. Let's check you lot up to the top. Try to get you fixed. But yeah, I'll come back to this. It'll probably... I don't know, I someone said I wouldn't stream today, but I did. Oh well. Might be tomorrow. Maybe. If not, it'll be if you miss it, if you miss the stream, then all the streams get put up on the channel anyway. So in the long run, you don't miss much, apart from talking to me, and that's hardly a bad thing. Alright, so plenty of people in the front here. We'll use this lump here, cut through, grind through Yunnan, who's lost 500,000 people, and we'll continue to roll up through them. $106 units just from Yunnan. What's the field of manpower like? 2.3 to 2.8 feels about right. But yeah, overall losses 3 million to 669,000. I'll take those, and a lot of those losses came from the failed Orange offensive. I found that the battle planning thing, it wastes people, it wastes your troops, it wastes equipment. Because you just press go, and they'll throw themselves against losing fights. It's not a good way to operate. So you're better off having them on a static line, and then figuring out, well, this guy's fairly weak, this is fairly weak, this is fairly weak. I can lock down this one, and we can probably take out this guy before he can get reinforced, and doing it that way. So you miss out on all the battle planning. So the doctrine that gives you battle planning, I would say, is probably, I think it's this one. I would say is probably the weakest of them all, and just results in more people getting killed. But yeah, anyone who decides to build a mod that takes the whole battle planning thing out of Hearts of Iron 4 will be a genius. But yep, that will do. I've got 10 minutes to get to work, and it's a 10-minute walk, so I have to be go now. So until probably tomorrow, maybe. Do take care.